G'day guys, it's Wayne from Living with Bikes. Haven't seen this for a while, but I just thought I'd do a quick one today. Mark, who owns this CBR BLACKBIRd, you've seen him before. He had a bit of trouble. Give us a wave, Mark. There we go. That's all you get. That's your 15 seconds of fame. He had a clutch problem. He it split the line, and I'll show you where it was. And I had to get one imported from England, a new cable for it. So I'll show you what that is.
Hang on, I did split. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what's in your bike from factory. And where did it split, Mark?
There.
So it splits at this joint. And as you can see, like they're the, what are they called, those ones there? I forget the name, but anyway. This one here is a factory sealed part, so you can't actually do anything with it. So, and then this is a steel line all the way down, and then it gets down near the bottom. And again, there's a factory sealed part here. So what we've actually done is replaced it. Now we've replaced it with this here. So it's the factory, or the place is called Hell. We won't undo it, Mark, because I'll just show them the other one. So that's
braided.
It's a braided line, and then it has like a plastic sheet on the outside of it. So email office@ohamotorsport.com, and then you'll be able to have a look at their range and different things that they've got. Quality is very good, I believe. Okay, well there you go. Okay, so you do away with the metal parts and you put this whole braided line in. So it starts up here as normal, and it comes with all the joints and all the bolts to bolt it up, new washers. So you run that normal down there, down the line. Now about here is where it normally goes to a solid metal line, and then you run it down, same path as the other one, all the way down under the frame there, and then down to your clutch. I'll put that back on. It's not a big effort, like it's not hard to do. You do have to, as you can see, take the side cover off, just to give yourself, because there's, as all you guys know, there's a cover that goes right over the top of this, and then when your fairing comes on, that goes right down there to about here or something. So taking that off just gives you the room. And because Mark's got heated grips on this bike, I then had to put back the heated grip line that goes to the battery, and it was connected to the old one, so I just put it back the way it was. So, and that's really about it as far as doing that. It's not a hard job. They were reasonably expensive, weren't they, Mark?
Actually, no more than what Honda charged for the factory one.
Oh, okay.
They were 65
each.
No.
65 Australian?
No, they were 80 Australian each.
80 Australian each.
And the guy, when he replaced the factory one, wanted $80 for a second-hand one.
Yeah. So, when you think about it, you're better off doing that one.
Yeah, and but they took 8 weeks.
Yeah, it did take 8 weeks, but then that's probably because of the situation the world's in at the moment.
So I kept having to fill up and freaking...
Yeah, he just kept topping it up, and he had a big rag wrapped around it. So he's really happy now because he's got it done. And being that if you're going to order one, you might as well order two. There's 3 of us in our little group that have got Blackbirds. Myself, Mark and Lucas, my son. So it made sense to get a couple of them, hang one on the shelf, and then anytime someone has the same issue, we've got one there. So, and hopefully it stays in the shed for years. So anyway, so that's that, and I'll show you what else is going on. Okay, Mark's been doing a bit of work. This is his, and I'll show it to you so you understand. So that's his fairing, his front fairing. And what he's doing is he's reconstructing the tabs that go on the front to connect to the other side. Just like anything, they move around and they eventually crack.
They're notoriously weak through the join.
Yeah.
So with the broken bit, I super glued it back in with special Zapper Gap modelling glue that the big fella here sells, and then I drilled through and put a 3mm carbon fibre rod just to pin it, and then I'll rivet a 3mm alloy like that, and that'll just give it enormous strength, and I shouldn't have any more problems with that area.
So I mean, other than the glue that we use, which you can, you know, anyone's got glue, you know, wherever you are in the world, it doesn't matter, it's just like a super glue really. So it's just a little fix that all bikes do, because you've got to remember, occasionally, and we hope we don't do it very often, you'll go over a little speed hump, and that part of the bike actually hits the ground. Doesn't happen that often, but they do wiggle around a little bit when you're riding. You just don't see it because you're not looking at it. If you put a camera down there, looked at it, you would see that it would move quite a bit. So anyway, so that's what we're doing today, and Mark's only got to drill a couple more holes and put a rivet in, and you can do it anyway. You could bolt it in there, rivet it in, whatever you wanted. So but it's just a little fix, and if you ever come across this is the way to do it, which hopefully you won't have to touch it again after that. And remember that when you do it, it's 2 halves, so you've got to be able to get it back off again. So you can rivet one side, but you must put bolts in like the other side, or the tang. So you got to put you know, a bolt through there, because that's what connects to the other side. But this side here, make it as strong as you can. Anyway, so it's just another little job. You know, you're always working on these bikes to make sure they keep them in 100%, you know, condition. Excuse me. One of the other things that Mark's put on, which I've got them on my bike, very similar, and we've just put a set on his bike, is these clutch and brake cables, and they're fully adjustable. As you can see, you just push that and they move in and out, but for some reason, you know, and if you told somebody this is going to be 100% better, they sort of wouldn't believe you. But these are just much nicer to pull. You seem to have, even though it's a shorter arm, because the other one comes out to about here, they seem to work really well. It's just the pivoting action must be a little bit different in them. So anyway, that's what we've done. We actually did that a while ago, and you can still use the one finger to pull it up.
Doesn't have to get fucking hot.
So there we go. It's just a little one for you at the moment. So that company, I'll get back to you and tell you what the company was. It was an eBay thing. So it comes from, the main company is Hell, however they say it. But I will give you a link and tell you how to get to them if you need them, because they do brake, clutches,
Do a lot of Blackbird stuff.
a lot of Blackbird stuff, which is really, really cool.
Blackbirds are huge in England.
So yeah, as you know, Blackbirds in England are really, really popular still, which is great. And as long as we can get the stuff, you pay a little bit extra because it's got to come from the UK, but you know, when you see the quality of what this cable is, you just go, oh well, that's okay. You just wear it. You know, there's a lot of cheap stuff we can buy over here compared to, you know, other countries. So it's swings and roundabouts, isn't it? So, alright guys, well, thanks a lot. Stay safe, and we'll try and get on the road and do some riding soon. We're not allowed to at the moment, but as soon as we can, we'll do that, and we'll catch up again. Cheers, bye.